10 shocking facts about democracy in Africa that might surprise you and even challenge what you thought you knew. 1. Most African countries have only been democracies for less than 40 years. Despite gaining independence from colonial rule in the 1950s and 60s, many African nations only held their first multi-party elections in the 1990s. That means Africa's democratic experiments are still very young and fragile. 2. Some presidents have stayed in power longer than monarchs. Equatorial Guinea's 𝙤𝒂𝙣𝒏𝙚𝒍 has ruled since 1979, over 4 decades. That's longer than most African countries have been independent. And he's not alone. Several leaders have amended constitutions to remove term limits and stay in power indefinitely. 3. Elections don't always mean democracy. Many African elections are held on time, but are marred by vote rigging, intimidation, or fake opposition. In some countries, elections are just a performance to legitimize authoritarian rule. 4. Military coups are making a comeback. Between 2020 and 2023 alone, there were 7 successful military coups in Africa, in countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. This signals a growing frustration with corrupt civilian governments. 5. Some African democracies ban opposition parties. In places like Eritrea, no opposition parties are allowed. In others, opposition leaders are jailed or disqualified on technicalities, so technically there's an election but only one name on the ballot. Before I reveal the last 5 facts about democracy in Africa, like this video to support Africarized. 6. Foreign powers often influence election outcomes. The US, China, Russia, and former colonial powers like France have all funded campaigns, influenced narratives, or backed specific leaders who protect their economic interests, not African citizens. 7. Youth are often left out of the democratic process. Over 60% of Africa's population is under 25. Yet many governments are run by leaders over 70. Youth voices are sidelined in decision-making, and voter turnout among young people is often very low. 8. Media freedom is under threat. In several African democracies, journalists are jailed, media houses are shut down, and online content is censored, especially around elections. Without free press, can citizens truly hold leaders accountable? 9. Corruption still wins elections. Despite democratic frameworks, vote buying, ethnic favoritism, and stolen funds often determine who wins. This undermines citizens' faith in the entire system, and sometimes leads to violent protests. 10. African citizens are losing faith in democracy. A 2023 Afrobarometer survey showed a decline in support for democracy in over 20 African countries. People are frustrated with leaders who promise democracy but deliver dictatorship.